Guest on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. You might know him for a couple of things. Maybe you know him as the executive director of the Monmouth Regional Chamber of Commerce, and there is a gigantic event that he is putting together. We're going to talk about that coming up. Also, maybe you know him as a published author who just released his brand new book that is called Battle Scars. However you know him, it is great to welcome David Salkin to Jersey Central and WCTC this morning. Hey, David, it's Bert Barron. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Bert. Thanks for having me on this morning.
I don't know how you pack so much into a day, into a life, into a career, but I am tremendous admiration for someone who accomplishes not only just a bunch of things, but as well as you do them, David, and I mean that in all sincerity. Let's start with the writer and the author parts of what David is all about. Brand new book called Battle Scars, recipient of the Military Writers Society of America Gold Medal Award. Talk about this book and why it's getting such glowing reviews and so much respect, not only from the military community, but from readers at large. David, why is this book drawing so many people to it?
Well, thanks, Bert. Normally I write thrillers, and I just write to entertain my audience, but Battle Scars was a little different. For 25 years or so, I've been working just privately with veterans, just trying to help our wounded warriors and those type of things. And over the years, through my association with the Philip Reynolds Attachment of the Marine Corps League and the Veterans Community Alliance, I've met a lot of veterans who have been very inspirational to me personally. And as you get to know these guys and they trust you and start to share their personal stories, I just felt like I wanted to write something. Instead of just being for entertainment, I wanted to write something a little more important. And Battle Scars is a wounded warrior story. The main character is fictional, but he is really the amalgamation of probably a half a dozen of Marines and soldiers that I met over the years who had just been, like I said, really inspirational to me. So I wanted to write something that would sort of tell the story. In this case, it's a Marine deployment injury and then coming home and dealing with everything from survivor's guilt to the devastating injuries from an IED. And like I said, it's fictional, but so much of it is based on stories and anecdotal type things that I've heard from my friends that I've made over the years. And I think Battle Scars, I just try to do these guys and just to do them proud to tell their story in a way that is entertaining in a way to the readers. So I think there are parts of it that you'll laugh, but you're definitely going to want a box of tissues. It started as a screenplay, which I backed into a novel, but when I finished writing it, it was 120 pages. It was a novella. And so to me, it was perfect. I didn't want to make it longer for the sake of making it, commercially successful. So instead of trying to make it longer, I just self-published it as a novella, and I'm hoping that sales of this book can just help fund some of the wounded warrior stuff that I like to do privately.
A terrific story for an absolutely wonderful cause, of course. And what I think makes for great reading and great writing, David, is you cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. I mean, I found myself, okay, well, just one more chapter. Well, just a couple more pages because I felt like I wanted to know what the next step in this journey, in this story was. That, to me, is a sign of a brilliantly written book. So congratulations to you on that. What have you heard from military and from the veterans that have contacted and commented on this book? What have you heard from them?
That, to me, has been the most rewarding part of anything I've ever written. This is, book number 14. But I had some really amazing guys that I've known for years. I had a friend of mine, he's a Vietnam veteran. He was a special ops guy for 2 years in Vietnam, and just a man I have tremendous respect for. When he called me after I gave him the book to read before it was published, just to get his feedback, and he gave me a blurb on the book, which actually appears in the book. But Captain Wayne Emery, he called me. He was in tears. He said, "I've been trying to call you for a week, and every time I pick up the phone, I just start bawling." He goes, "I don't know why. I haven't thought about this stuff in 30 years."
Wow!
But it hit home for these guys, and if you look at the front of the book, the endorsements from everybody from General Livingston, who won the Medal of Honor, to some of the local guys that I know, they get it, and hopefully, when people read it, it has one of those endings where I think you close the book. And you just sit there for a minute thinking about it. So even though it's a short read, you can read it in 2 or 3 hours. I hope people are thinking about it for 2 or 3 days when they get finished. And that honestly has been the feedback I've been getting, which has made the work worth it.
Excellent. Book is available at Amazon, the big online retailers, and your other books are also available too, David?
Yes, sir. For the full list, you can simply go to davidmsalkin.com, or if you go to Amazon, the full list is there. Barnes & Noble and Freehold usually has a nice selection of my work. But yes, everything is available certainly online.
All right, very cool. And David, my initial introduction to you, of course, was your amazing work with the Monmouth Regional Chamber of Commerce. And when I stack up the counties in New Jersey against one another, I put Monmouth right near the top simply because there's so much going on there. If I want great city experiences, I have Red Bank or I have Asbury Park. If I want great dining, I have Rumson or I have Freehold. There's a reason that John Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen call Monmouth County home because there's simply so many great things that are happening there. If you want the Jersey Shore, you've got some of the best towns up and down the shore. And what you have done and what you mean to that business community there with the Monmouth Regional Chamber of Commerce is really commendable, David. It really is. For anyone who's interested in the chamber or perhaps about the event on May 2nd, let's talk about the event May 2nd first. I Play America. What's going to be happening there?
Okay, so Think Tank 18 is going to be the biggest business event that we do all year, and hopefully it'll be one of the biggest business events in the county for the year. The best thing to do is go to thinktanknj.biz, and you'll see the list of speakers and all of the details. But Think Tank is basically, it started with the idea of, what if we could fill a large venue with a bunch of brilliant business leaders and just put all these people in the same place at the same time to share their best ideas. And that's really the goal of the Monmouth Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're in the business of business, and we want to be a business resource for our business members. We cover all of Monmouth County, every municipality in the Monmouth County, and we partner with Microsoft, Monmouth University, Brookdale Community College. We want to be able to offer all of the things that you think of when you think of a Chamber of Commerce, like the networking events and that type of stuff. But we also want to do things that will enable businesses to get their hands on free training and professional advice, at either no cost or low cost, so that they can improve whatever business they're in. And that's ultimately what the chamber is all about. And I think we're doing a pretty good job. We're definitely growing in leaps and bounds. I've got a great board of directors and a lot of volunteers who just put in so much time and effort. And they really care about the businesses. We had an event last night. We have another one tonight. If people are listening, we'll be at the Stone Pony tonight with Caring with Karaoke. That's a fundraiser for the Society to Prevent Teen Suicide. And, we do business events all the time. So I think Think Tank is going to be the best thing of the year, and I'm hoping that, people will there's still time to get a table if you want to be in the Expo Center, and certainly we can talk about the speakers who are going to be there because we're flying in some great talent to talk to our folks on May 2nd.
Yeah, this is going to be an awesome all-day event. There'll be some panel sessions and, as David had mentioned, just a gathering of minds with great ideas just to kind of take us into the next level and what the next step of business is going to be like in New Jersey. And this is an absolutely must-attend event. Again, I Play America in Freehold, which is a terrific venue to be hosting this event at, that's for sure. If someone is interested in participating and just kind of coming out and seeing what the experience is all about, David, how do they do that part?
Again, thinktanknj.biz, or they can go to the monmouthregionalchamber.com website. You'll find the registration information there. We talk about what we call four-wall syndrome, and that's as a business owner, you walk into your business, you get inside your four walls, and from the minute you walk in, you're answering yesterday's phone calls, putting out all the fires, dealing with yesterday's issues, and all of a sudden you realize you're hungry and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you still haven't had lunch yet.
Yeah.
And I always say, how do you prepare for tomorrow's business when you're still stuck on yesterday for most of today? So the reason, we're doing this event is because you need to get outside your four walls. You need to be in a venue full of brilliant business leaders and share your best ideas. And I think, if you go home with a couple of great ideas, it could change everything you do. If you, can listen to guys like Dr. Chris Keel or Jack Sims, John Buzzo from Monmouth University. We've got a great bunch of people, and the day is designed to be educational, motivational, and inspirational, and that's really what the Chamber's all about.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. When I see passionate leadership, David, I see positive results, whether it's any of the chambers in this part of the state or the work that you're doing. A lot of times the group becomes reflective of the person who is at the top. And when your passion and your dedication are there, I see it grow. I see the businesses rally around you. And I've seen Monmouth grow. I've seen Middlesex grow. And it's the great leadership that makes the difference. And that is a testament to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to your live broadcast from our location, so all of your listeners can sort of get a glimpse of what we're doing throughout the day as you're broadcasting live from iPlay.
And we're looking forward to that, and then plus I get to play the boardwalk games after work too. So I'm looking forward to that.
That is 100% correct. You can go on the go-kart.
Beautiful. Well, David Salkin, thank you again for the time today. Congratulations on the latest book, Battle Scars. I would encourage people to check that out. That is required reading for the Jersey Shore summer. Bring it to you to the beach one day, and you'll power through it in one day, one sitting, that's for sure. And, of course, the work with the Monmouth Chamber, too, David. Congratulations on that. And we will see you May 2nd at iPlay America, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. All right, again, David Salkin, my guest.